Happy Wednesday, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be rereading the book From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. And today, as I reread the book, we're going to stop at some key points in the text to identify if the main idea is changing as I'm reading the text. Because we know that authors can kind of switch their gears when they are writing to include more than one big idea in a book. From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant. Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where most seeds begin. A flower is made up of many parts. You can see I have a pink Post-it note here. I'm going to stop and think about what has the text been about so far. When I think what the text has been about so far, has been about different kinds of seeds and the parts of a plant. Let's see if the author switches gears or if we continue to talk about seeds and plants. Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of the flower like itself. This is called pollination. Pollination happens in different ways. Often, wind blows pollen from flower to flower. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. Then they carry the pollen to another flower where it comes off onto its pistil. If a pollen grain from the flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into an ovule. Mrs. Tradle gets stuck on that word every single time. Ovule. This is the beginning of a seed. The seed grows inside the flower. Even as the flower begins to die, the seeds become bigger. A fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seeds. When the fruit or pod ripens, it breaks open. The seeds are ready to become new plants. Did the author switch gears from the beginning of the book, talking about seeds? If so, what was that part of the text mostly about? I want you to think about that. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant where they will grow. Some pods or fruits open up and seeds pop out. Sometimes when birds eat berries, they drop the seeds. Other seeds fall into the streams, ponds, rivers, or the ocean. There they travel on the water until they stick to dirt along a shore. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that let them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that will stick to the fur of animals or people's clothes. Later, they drop off onto the ground. What was that part of the book about? Did the author switch gears? Was she still talking about pollination? I don't think so. What was that part of the text about? What would you say the topic is? Watch here, I think she's going to switch gears again. A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. Then the seeds come in small envelopes or boxes. Directions explain how to plant the seeds and care for the plants. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside the seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs to rain to soak the seed and soften its coat. When the sun shines and warms When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down in the soil. The root takes in water and minerals from the soil for food. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot toward the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruits, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and they are tasty too. So when I think about that last section of the book, what was this section mostly about? Boys and girls, at this time, I would like for you to think about what some of the big ideas were in this book. You could model that to somebody by saying, this book is really about, I might say, this book is really about seeds, the pollination of flowers, and there's 2 other topics that were in this book that I could put up a 3rd and 4th finger for. Talk with someone close to you about what you think the big topics of this book are, and then fill out the Google form with what you felt those big topics were. Have a good day, boys and girls.